Okay, Corey, I think, oh, I got us both in there.
Hey everybody, and welcome to a special edition of My Guy
His wife.
and Their Life live from one of the oddest places you would ever find us going live. I'm in the hospital and recovering, but we'll get into that later as we get more details. But you can ask questions, those of you that follow us, just to see how everything's going. You guys have been a great family out there, sending lots of love, friends.
I'm trying to get us in there, Corey. I'm sorry. This is difficult. No, I'm just saying that I'm just moving the phone around because we're using a mobile device. And yeah, this is a chance for some of you that know that Corey has been in the hospital, that he's been not even very sick. We're going to give you the updates, but just know that if the video footage is a little bit shaky, it's because the camera woman is switching arms because we're using a mobile device. Go ahead, Corey.
Just as a matter of update, a lot of things happened over the week. It started Saturday where I just had severe upset stomach, and I won't get into the details, but I couldn't hold anything down, not even water. That started on Saturday night and went to Sunday morning. Monday evening, I recruited. She said, we're going to the ER to see if you can get your shunt checked because I have a BP shunt.
Let's explain this real quick, because that was our first thought, was that, Corey, turn your head. So this lump on Corey's head, I'm going to get my pointer. Sorry, I told you guys this camera work was going to be weird. So this lump right here is not where I hit Corey. It's actually, it's actually where that's a shunt. So turn your head again so they can see it. So this VP shunt goes from the ventricles in his head.
Ignore the receding hairline.
Oh yeah, turn all the way around, Corey, so they can see how it goes down your neck. I mean, you got to turn towards me. We're backwards here. So that is not a vein in Corey's neck. That's the way his shunt runs down his neck. So we're just giving you guys the updates because not everybody can be in the hospital nowadays. A lot of people are in the hospitals by themselves, in these medical facilities by themselves. And so we wanted to come on here just to talk about how important it is to have an advocate, how very important it is for you to have someone with you, someone to speak for you when you're in any facility. Because we started out at the urgent care when Corey had this unexplained nausea. And then we went from Corey being at the urgent care to them. When we first went in, they said, oh, you can't go back there with him. And I said, well, he can't see. And we always pull the blind card. People don't know what to do when we say Corey's blind, he can't see. So we just say Corey's blind because he is blind. He cannot see anything.
And even not being blind, if I could see, the state I was in, I couldn't function without recruiting either way because I couldn't even open my mouth. All I could was nod my head and shake my head because it was just so the nausea was just so intense.
Yeah.
And so, like she said, if you're that sick, have somebody there with you, whether you can see or not see, hear or not.
Say whatever you need to say to keep them with you. Right. Also.
Yeah, whatever you need.
Say they have a chronic illness. Say they have a twitch. Say they have bouts of uncontrolled something. They have outbursts. Whatever you need to say that you have to stay with that person.
I can't read. I can't write.
Yep.
Say something.
Oh, that sounds better.
Right.
I can't read or I can't write sounds better than they got uncontrolled fits. Right. So this is the first time Corey has been looking this way. Like before, his eyes were closed because he was so nauseous. That's the only symptom he's had. Everything was coming back clear. He had, all of the tests were coming back clear. So that means that Corey had lab work that came through. People were concerned that, oh, you guys are now whole food plant-based. Maybe you're not eating enough food. But actually, nope. All of his lab work was clear. We specifically asked the doctor about, well, what about his nutritional value? Is there a lack? Is there something? And they were like, no. Your CAT scan of your head looks good. So the VP shunt, we thought that might have been causing an imbalance. That might have been causing him to have all this nauseousness. It was so bad that the car ride was horrible.
It was like I was riding a roller coaster. Like I can't think of one. Like one of the worst roller coasters you've ever been on. Imagine riding that for a good 45 minutes. That's the way I felt. And she wasn't even driving. like erratically or
I wasn't driving
fast.
normally. I was driving carefully because we were going to the urgent care.
And so, even when she stopped the car, it just wasn't good. It took me a real like 10, 15 minutes to get out of the car and get rolled into the emergency room. And so, but like I said, just having her there, when I couldn't talk and explain stuff because
And we don't even know what's going on right now. We still don't have answers. Just so that you guys know, all we're saying here in this video is be there with your family, be there with your people, because Corey's had other tests done, x-rays, a HIDA scan, HIDA, if you're familiar with it. If not, just Google it. So he's had the HIDA scan, he's had blood work, he's had, what else did you have? Everything. Oh, he's had a shunt series. So, the shunt, we showed you that earlier. Turn your head, Corey. For all of you know, that lump right there on the side of his head, that shunt right there, it is something that they put, it was a surgical implant that was put in when they were trying to save Corey's eyesight. It didn't work to save his eyesight, so he's still blind, but
it regulates the pressure inside my skull. Cerebral spinal fluid, the cushion of the skull, it doesn't get too intense and press on another nerve or something like that. So it just keeps the pressure in my head regulated. And so, yeah, like we said, there was no dizziness, there was nothing but just general fatigue from all the nausea and things that come along with that. Actually, I couldn't even hold on water. And that's a miserable feeling when you're thirsty. You're so thirsty and dehydrated that you can't even hold on water.
And everything just felt like it was going to come back up.
Right.
That's the one symptom, just the one symptom that he's had. And with all of the tests and the scans and the blood work and the lab work coming back negatively, we were trying to figure out what it is. The doctors were trying to figure it out, but we were also troubleshooting, and mainly me and all of you, because when I tell you there was so much Black excellence, every person I called, and since I mainly talked to Black people, they all had an answer. They all had a solution. They all had a suggestion. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
I do want to say that.
Thanks a lot to y'all. It's hard. They had me on Valium, so I was in and out. I almost monkey necked a nurse because she tried to
do the
corona test without warning me.
Well, you know what? She warned you, but this is where an advocate helps. This is the point of this video. Advocate for your people. Be there. Say whatever you have to say to be there for your folks because they need you in these facilities.
And she told me, she said, well, I did say I was about to give it to you. I said, yeah, but I thought it was going to be like in 2 or 3 minutes. I said, when you were actually ready to approach me and do the swab, she said, Corey, I'm about to put this up your nose. I said, and again, because I was hocked up on Valium at the time. So
Valium, Phenergan, Meclizine, and Zofran. Those are all nauseous, nausea medication. So part of the reason why we're here right now, because I see that someone is asking, Justine Ruth Corey, she's the one that told us about the carriers. About the carriers.
That's all I can give you.
Corey is like he's like done a 175, not a 180, but like he's way better. Things have completely changed and all of those things, because for today, he's not nauseous and he can actually drink. They won't let me bring in anything from outside. They banned me from bringing. Matter of fact, they didn't ban me. They poured out the ginger tea that I brought in. I listed the ingredients. They told me put everything on the board that we've been eating. That tea had water, ginger, rosemary, and lime, and they poured out the thermos full because it was from home. So keep in mind, guys. And there's one over there right now, and it has so many other ingredients, but that's not the point. The point is that, we're just trying to let you know, guys, be advocates. So if you have any questions on, how I was able to be here, like right now, y'all see we in the hospital, I'm live. I don't play. You cannot play when you have your people. When something's going on, I say what I have to do. I do what I have to do. That's what you have to do too. I didn't kill nobody. Everybody's, fine, but
real hot with it, but she wants to.
No, I can't.
I told her, this time I said, you know what? They don't have to deal with the hellhound because I can't function. And she didn't get irate or bad or anything.
So you remember that I was normal?
She was normal, but she was very firm in what she was saying. And then when I did have a moment of lucidness, this is the crazy part to me. And this just happened, what, yesterday?
Yeah, we
I'm
think this
allergic
is
to, I'm
we
a,
think this is why Corey is sort of made a turnaround. We feel like the nauseousness that caused all of this, maybe it resolved itself. Maybe he was on 2 different antibiotics, so maybe one of them resolved.
before, and it does exactly what I was doing, causing me to get nauseated and sick. Well, they said, well, we're not gonna give you erythromycin, we're gonna give you azithromycin. And then in my one moment of lucidness, I said, wait a minute. I said, is that is in depth. I used to be an X-ray tech.
Well, Corey was working in radiology when he lost his sight, just FYI.
And so I said, erythromycin and azithromycin, that's in the same family. They were like, yeah, it is. I said, I'm allergic to erythromycin. So they discontinued that, and I was still having nausea and things like that. And I took a hot shower and got myself together, got into bed, got a good night's sleep. I woke up, I was actually hungry when I woke up, which hadn't been happening in the past couple of days.
Right, because of the nauseousness and not eating, you just didn't have an appetite. And even though you didn't have any medical reason for this nauseousness, according to all the lab work and tests and scans and CAT scans and ultrasounds, you still were nauseous. I'm sorry, guys. Again, if you're just coming in and this video it starts to go crooked, it's because I don't have my tripod with me. They banned me from bringing my bag in here because they thought I was going to record something from home. Because I will. Like I brought the tea in, and they were like, no, nothing from home. So I was like, let me leave the bag. Let me leave my tripod. Let me just bring my arm. I got some muscles going. So we're going to answer any questions that you might have because we definitely want you to know. Excuse me for blocking the camera. We definitely want you to know to be an advocate. Be an advocate for your family members. Get into these facilities. They say you can't, but you can. We're here. We're here. So Corey, just so that you know, David Hunt, the vocalist, says we love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, David Hunt, he has a YouTube channel, David Hunt, or Hunty Boy, Huntee Boy. And David Hunt, he says, tell people that you love them. He's doing podcasts every day. He's saying, let people know you love them. So we appreciate you, David. We love you too.
I got you, David. A hospital bed is just a bed. As long as you're alive in it and you're not dead.
Anyways, Joanne, so you guys know Corey, this was not Corey yesterday. He couldn't chill and be happy and everything and joke and all of that stuff. So Joanne Bennett Worthy says, hey guys, miss y'all. Hey Joanne, thank you so much. Tisha Stansel, hey, how you doing?
Tisha Stansel, Tisha.
Yes.
What's going on?
I know, that's a high school friend. No, that's elementary school friend.
For you, middle school for me. Don't try to sell me short either.
Right. So
Tisha, you still got handles. You still think you can take it to the hole with the basketball.
Oh yeah, she's an athlete, so yes.
Let me tell you a funny story about Tisha. We were in 7th grade. I wanted to try out for the track team. And I had never thrown a shot put before in my life. Didn't know what I was doing. So I went out there and tried to throw the shot put. And I don't know how far it went. It didn't go very far. I was like, okay, that was back.
Mm-hmm.
Tisha Stansel gets out there, throws a shot put like 10 feet further than I did. I said, that's it. I quit.
Oh, that's why.
That's why I never tried out the track team again. And it was in 8th grade. That's what it was, 8th grade. She showed me up out there.
So you guys know Corey and I are
football.
Yeah, Corey was a football player when he could see, and we're just really thankful and grateful for me being able to be here in the hospital with him right now because he couldn't have told a story like that yesterday. Corey Belonta Queen says, hey, Corey, happy to see you are up and on live, wishing safe and speedy recovery. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Belonta Queen, because you've been one of the troopers checking in.
Every day. How's Corey doing? And you've given us advice. Belonta Queen is part of that Black excellence that we were talking about. So if you want to go to Facebook, Braids by Q, she sells some amazing things. Her braids are there, but she has puzzles
for you. She probably could print a banner for you if you needed it. She got it all.
She got a production in her house. When we were on a call together, she was showing us the production, her studio. So Braids by Q, Q-U-E. That's how you find her.
And she does it all while shucking corn.
Oh yeah, she's out there in the Midwest. So Sid the Cool Kid Antoine says, hey, so happy to see you.
Hey.
man. Britt is sending hugs. Thank you so much, Sydney. We hope you guys are doing well. You guys know that.
Just fan Britt, she's in the hospital too. Yeah, they let a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans in here after that game on Monday night. Woo, broken hearts, and so we just heard the trauma bills just going to town.
And I'll say this, Fenice was very concerned. She's an old friend of ours. We've known her about 14 years now. And, we really appreciate you guys. Advocate for the people that are in these facilities, guys, and do what you can where you can, because Fenice knew that, okay, they're allowing one visitor. That visitor is you right now, Quita. So this is where she said, I'll go to the house, I'll sit with the kids, I'll take them dinner. I'm trying to hide this board in the back for people that'll be nosy and try to look at the doctor's names, because we don't want to blast the facility. We're not disgruntled with the facility. There's always something that's going to happen at a facility, but that's not what this is about. This is about being an advocate.
And then too, like you said, especially when you have somebody that's out of it, like I was.
Yeah, the nauseousness that you had, you were talking, you were remembering things, but then you were saying that it wasn't, you weren't.
I wasn't sure if I was hallucinating, talking, because my cousin called me and I said something about surfing, and then she just got off the phone with me, and I was like, I think I was trying to say I feel like I'm getting motion sickness, like I'm on a surfboard. I was trying to explain myself, but I guess it didn't come out right. So, but yeah, another thing is too, you gotta have somebody like in my situation that can't see. When they went to put an IV in me, they missed the vessel or it slipped out of the blood vessel, and it started causing what they call an infiltrate, where the fluid goes into your skin and not into the vessel it's supposed to go in.
And I was here at the time.
I didn't feel it.
And I was telling them, I said, well, this is happening. This is happening. This is happening. And so luckily, we didn't lose any limbs. We didn't have any, when there's an infiltration, if there's medicine going in, that's where the problem is. Luckily, at that time, it was just fluids. Most of the time, your body can reabsorb those fluids. But being an advocate, having a medical background myself, I said, look, his veins are collapsing because you aren't giving him as many fluids as you were. Can you increase the fluids? And they were like, oh, yeah. They had to get the ultrasound people to come in. Nowadays, they have equipment where they can use an ultrasound to find your veins. So that's what they did. They used an ultrasound to find the vein, a new vein, start a new IV, and they did increase the fluids immediately. They had a reason for decreasing them. That's another story. But either way, I don't think they realized that you can't decrease it if he doesn't have any other input. So we're going to answer any questions that you guys may have, because we just want you to know to please be an advocate for your folks. Like, if you can, get into these facilities, talk for them, say what you can, and do what you can. So Justine puts us in a Quaba family. That means welcome. Woohoo! Great to see you, Corey and Quita. Guys, Justine is the one that told us about this Carius test, Karius, that you can just Google it, Carius.org or Carius, just Google Carius, Karius, so that if you have a family member that has some sort of unexplained illness, and especially as something that's so acute, it just happens, the onset is quick, and you can't explain it, then the Carius test is something that can detect bloodborne pathogens. And the Carius test, it's sort of like the CSI of medicine. Yeah. Right. And they've changed so many lives. You can check their website out. You can find out information. But thank you, Justine, for telling us about that. You were a part of this excellence, helping us out to.
Here's really, the doctors, me and them had a little meeting this morning, and I think that they found a little piece of paper that said call for the life insurance policy by Monday. So I think Queen was trying to do me in so she get that life insurance policy. But so if that's what you think she been watching, Hallmark movies is playing real hard now.
And the Hallmark movies only talk about love. He's talking about Lifetime, and actually, Lifetime. We don't watch Lifetime. We don't even have Lifetime. We got rid of cable. All we have is, a one channel, because we have children. So we watch YouTube. Thank you guys for being here with us on YouTube. Honeycomb 368 says peace and blessings. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, because you were one of the people sending love and prayers, love and light, good energy, high vibrations, whatever you had to send. We accept it all. So we do appreciate that. And thank you, Justine, for saying being smart, Quita. That's smart to be an advocate. If where you can, say what you have to say to get into these facilities. Johanna Allen is saying yes, an advocate can be the difference between life and death.
And especially, if you got somebody in your family that's into the medical profession, at whatever level, get them involved because they're like two heads are better than one. Like I said, I right now I don't know how prolonged the situation would be if Laquita wasn't here. And like I said, she's doing it all. She's running from managing kids, doing the home. Then she's coming here. She's helping me get myself together. She's rubbing my back, scratching my back, doing whatever she can to make me kind of get off that mental train of here comes the next wave of nausea. And then I don't know. For me, I just like I said, once I got I said, you know what? I do remember this happening one time before. I didn't tell police, but I had
breaking news. Corey remembers because we kept telling the doctors this sort of nauseousness has never happened. Well, it's not familiar to us for him.
It was an isolated event back when I was playing football. And I had done all this working out and hadn't drank enough water, so I was dehydrated. And I just remember I was just like really, really sick. And my dad threw me in, well, he didn't throw me, but he put me in the tub.
Corey had a great dad. He did not throw Corey.
He just started running warm water on me. And I'm sitting in the tub, sitting in my shower. And then he's like wiping my neck with alcohol and trying to bring my I was just overheated and bring my temperature down. And he was like, I just remember him forcing me forcing, and then he was giving like nasty, like warm water. But he said, I said, can I get some cold? He said, no, because you need to be able to use it soon. He said, can't wait till it warms up in your body. And sure enough, after about sitting in the shower for about 45 minutes, I got it together. And so I remembered that little trick. And I said, I just want to see if I can take a shower. And
so here in the hospital, whenever
keep in mind, I didn't care about the funk. I just was worried about the nausea.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, though, you actually smell pretty good. But when you were in the shower, you were saying that just sitting in there under the warm water, it relieved this nauseousness because that was Corey's only symptom was nauseousness. And throughout all these tests, if everything was coming back normal and they couldn't find a source for the nauseousness, we didn't know what to do. But that worked. But even at home when this started, you weren't dehydrated, because you drink so much water and eat a lot of food as far as whole foods that have water in them, like fruits, vegetables, and things like that. They naturally have way more water than a piece of bread or, processed food. So we do thank you for your prayers, Jay Love, prayers, Aaliyah Phillips. Thank you, Carla Kelly Turner. We love you guys as well. And Fan Britt is throwing shade at me because she says, I know it wasn't serious if Quita wasn't quote unquote normal driving. Normally I am in the wind. I just have a lamp, but I'm saying Charlotte storyteller. And Corey and I have this live show Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11:15 Eastern Standard Time to 11:45, just 30 minutes. And we had this phenomenal guest planned for this Friday. And when we called her and said, Charlotte, first of all, she answers her phone, but we're not.
Charlotte's like one of the most humble superstars that we know. She's like I said, you could talk to her, and she's got all these talents, but she's easily.
She's a musician. She's a librettist. What's that radio station? I always forget.
Radio station.
She's a regular. I can't remember if it's her radio show or I should know more about her. But she says advocacy cannot be understated. Still sending prayers. Thank you. We still need them because this is still not resolved. The nauseousness just went away on its own, sort of. We don't know if it was an inner ear infection. We had someone suggest that.
Charlotte, maybe I need Young Chena.
That comes from a story that Charlotte tells, and so we've gotten it. So just now.
Oh, man, that's like a whole different person. Like I said, I woke up this morning, I was actually hungry. and everything I eat and drink so far, and I'll just keep it as clean as I can. It has moved through.
Yes, his system is working again so that he doesn't feel like there's a reason for things to come back up. That was the only symptom that he had, that just extreme nauseousness, feeling like things are gonna come up, and he had a CAT scan.
And it was like also like motion sickness. Like even if they told me to lift my arm to take a blood pressure, and I would roll over just a little bit. This is not gonna be good.
How did it work if I was lifting up your arm? Because sometimes I would just lift your arm for you.
It was the same thing. Any little motion that caused me to rotate one way or the other, just at any slight angle, it was like not good. It was not a good feeling. And so so it was like really, Sunday through yesterday was terrible.
Yeah, today is Saturday, so it really started last Saturday night. You said, do you feel funny? I said, no, I feel fine. We had eaten the same things that day. Us and the kids, we have 3 kids, and we all had eaten the same things, and nobody felt anything other than Corey. And so overnight, you started feeling nauseous. Is that what happened? And then it went into Sunday?
It started like late, like early Sunday morning, like 1 o'clock or something in the morning.
Yeah.
And then it just kept rolling, like every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Anytime I tried to come back. So.
And that's when you started to. We were trying, on Sunday, like, oh, we'll drink ginger tea. Let's just get some fresh ginger and, put it in some warm water, steep it, and go for it. And it wasn't working. That we know that ginger settles your stomach. You know how most people drink ginger ale? Ginger ale doesn't have very much ginger in it, if any at all, for all we know. But we know that ginger, we had that at home. And so, it just wasn't working. Bananas are one of those bland foods. Potatoes are one of those foods. We tried those. We tried all of those.
Couldn't handle eat any of them.
Yeah, it wasn't working. So Tisha Stansel, she's sending prayers, and Justine Ruth is laughing earlier when you said monkey necking, because that's like an inside joke of a fight move.
A monkey neck is when you ball your fist up, and you take your forearm, and you come across the back of somebody's neck.
Right.
Used to be totally legal in football.
Jackie C is sending hugs and prayers. We appreciate it. We accept them all. Thank you. And
Tisha, you never answered my question. You still got that crossover? You can still cross them up?
She might have answered David Knight's prayers. I'm always on his YouTube channel. He's saying Mary did. He's saying it like he meant it. But I tell you, David can sing, y'all. David can sing for real.
Not sing. He can sing.
Yeah, he can. I back up saying where they tell you to move back, but David can sing where they're like, come on, bro, we need you. And he plays the keys while he sings. So please subscribe to his channel. He's trying to grow it. No, he's not trying. He's actually growing it.
And he's got this like quiet storm. Yes. Just David. Today, play a few tunes for you. And then he'll bust out in this song, and then he'll go like, so yes, you can just feel the energy.
Absolutely. So you guys, Corey, this was not Corey yesterday. Be an advocate. The point of this video, if you're just coming in, be an advocate. Be there for your family members where you can in these medical situations.
Just a routine trip to the doctor's office, because, and I'll say this too, especially when it comes to your elders, because these doctors, I just remember going to the doctor with my dad. He was going through congestive heart failure and kidney failure. And these doctors will throw a bunch at you.
A bunch of information.
And then they always give you the doom and gloom. And then after they say all the doom and gloom, they say, all right, hang in there, buddy. You got any questions? And the person is still processing the information. And I just know I went to the hospital, to the doctors with my dad, and I would ask questions.
Which is what I've been doing.
And so she's doing the same thing for me.
Asking questions and taking notes. But what I've been doing is using my phone to take notes, doing whatever I needed to do to take notes so that I can remember what happened on which day. So if you don't.
And when you got a situation like mine, she always call her when y'all getting ready to give her some medicine.
That's what I asked them to do here.
And they did it. right?
Yeah, for the most part, but it also meant I had to be here because they saw me so much. I think they believed it, like, oh, she really wants to know. This is not a situation of, we can just do anything. We've seen her, we know her, the people downstairs have seen me. They know me, I've been friendly. You definitely have to keep your cool. There's no need to get upset or be upset because you'll cause problems for yourself. I'm going to stop our camera just for a minute, Corey. You keep talking with that answer. I'm going to plug this IV up. Not that they've been racing in as soon as it starts to beat, but y'all know we in the hospital. We don't want them to know we live. So
I don't care. I mean, we just having a family meeting on the live.
yeah, but I can't hold the phone while.
I understand that.
Yeah, just so you know, Prince Quasi says, "Hey, brother, glad to see you back in a chair. Not your Kwanzaa chair, but a chair nonetheless. Because you guys, we've been looking for a new chair for Corey. So we've been creating videos on that, and we had to pause. Like we had to pause because Corey yeah, we had this emergency been handling it. So thank you, Prince Quasi, from all the way from Ghana.
Prince Quasi.
Yes, my cousin. Oh, and you know what? Prince Quasi has a fabulous channel. If you guys want to know what Ghana looks like, Ghana is a West African country that is just fabulous. Ghana is like an amazing place. So, let's say if you're thinking like Atlanta, if you're thinking New York City, like a place to be is a destination spot. He moved there, and he's giving us videos what life is like there, what it's like everyday life. Um, and it's amazing. So check his channel out.
Yeah, he's learned how to swim without his floaties.
Oh, right. He's taking so many lessons here in the state. And now that the Ghanaian brother, I think it's a Nigerian guy that's there in Ghana that taught him how to swim. That guy has taught Prince Kwesi how to swim. So he's swimming like a fish now. It says praying for you all. You guys, I never knew Olivia's name for the longest time because you know how we have nicknames for family, and Nene.
Oh, Nene. Oh,
yeah. Okay. I never knew that for the longest.
Wow, where did Nene from?
You know how we do. That's how it is. So or from Yetunde Rodriguez Design says she's so glad to hear that you're doing better, and we did get the hoodie that we ordered from your site. So thank you.
Too small. Oh, y'all have to see that if I can get a feel out hoodie, then I probably could make a full recovery. You could make a full recovery if you got a feel out hoodie complimentary from Yetunde Rodriguez Design. Yeah. Okay. Like 2-3X maybe. I don't know, but they say it make an excellent cover for you when I bought, so I'm not. Because you got this hoodie on now, and this is the only one you have, right? Yes, unless I have, doesn't have that. I want to read on it. So you tune in, hook us up. Hook us up. So just so that you know, just to hear Rita saying, I love y'all so much. So happy to learn he is better. You are so smart, Corey and Quita. Thank you, Justine. You got to be smart for yourselves. You just have to be smart. How are you moving about? Why are you smiling, Corey? What you grinning about? You can't give out all her business. Be quiet. So anyways, that's what this video is about, giving you an update. Corey is still in the hospital, but let you guys know that I am really. Hold on, I'm going to stop the camera. You keep talking, they can hear you. Yeah, just to let you guys know, I am recovering for 2 days ago. And speaking of which, hey, how you doing? All right. What kind of medicine? Can I try not doing that today? What do I need? Because the IV is going. When you have an IV, you have your own blood thinners to be sure you don't get clots. Right. So I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go without it since I've been feeling pretty good. So you're his nurse for the day. Okay, I'm his wife. Look, yeah, doing good. I'm gonna put this on to keep you safe, I guess. Keep you safe. I had my scarf on my face, but either way, that way you know that we're okay. You got the camera on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the we'll turn the camera off while you were in here, please.
Yeah. How about you say it again?
Oh,
Be quiet. Don't say it again.
Anyway, this is the mean nurse. She's been she's Nurse Ratchet. Not what Nurse Hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nurse Hatchet. Yeah, she just picked me up, threw me in the bed.
She could do. She was that strong.
Yeah, she gave me a chokehold, giving me medicine and stuff like that.
So just so that you know, Corey, Prince Kwesi says that ginger tea helped him out when he had COVID before they knew what it was back a year ago. He finally minced his fresh ginger, pulverized it in a mortar and pestle with hot water and honey 3 times a day. Now, see, that's weird because, like you're saying, we didn't have COVID.
How much liquor was in the Prince Kwesi?
How much red water? How much red water was in there? So you just had that crazy nauseousness, and that's where we were trying to use ginger to stop it, and then we ended up saying, with you getting dehydrated and your nauseousness was so horrible, we had to just go to the urgent care. So we do want to protect the privacy of the nurse while she's in here, guys. So we turned the camera off for now. That's why you only hear us. So we'll keep going through the comments and just, reading what you guys are saying. Thanks for the song, David Hunt said. Oh, Shannon. Um, Lily's mom. Shannon says hi, and she says, "So glad you're feeling better." That's that blood pressure thing.
Oh.
Yeah, sit up. The cuff. The tip. Yeah. So Shannon says, "So glad you're feeling better." And so yeah, hopefully we find out what was making him feel like this, because that's still the issue. That's still the conundrum. And so thank you so much, Shannon. Great to hear from you. Tracy Davis says, "Get better, Corey." Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it. Crystal Henry says, "Glad you're doing better. God is good. Love you." So we love you too, Crystal. Thank you guys for all your support, because, we're still trying to figure it out. Like, according to everything, we still don't know.
Yeah, like I said, and they're supposed to be scheduling me for
a scope, so they can just look down. Yeah, they'll take pictures of your stomach, your upper bowel, and they can go in there and see, like, is there anything or what is happening. So Yatunde Rodriguez Design says, "Cracking jokes and singing." Yeah, much better. Because, I was in here on the phone with people, and Corey, you were not, Corey, I think they could probably hear what you said, so I was trying to talk over you.
That's
but,
well,
anyways, okay, be quiet. So, yeah, when I was in here with Corey before, I think I was talking to you Tunde one of those times, and I was talking to Fan Brit as well one of those times, and you were not singing, you were not laughing, you were not cracking jokes. So you really have, I don't know what happened, but all of your prayers are powerful. We do know that. So thank you for those. I don't know what you did, Corey, but Fan Brit says, "Boo, don't do that."
She was booing me for something.
Always booing you. So the savvy, I see what she's saying. The savvy entrepreneur, African entrepreneur and investor says, "Hey there, fam. She was recently in Ghana. She's back, and she's helping us to learn about how to be an entrepreneur and do business on the continent." So that, what are you trying to do, Corey? So unzip it. I'm going to hold the jacket. You unzip. And then, wait.
I can't.
You need, no, wait. You just need, she needs your upper. I got it. There you go. So we have, Fan Brit says, "Don't say old. Don't say old like that." Because I said Fan Brit is an old friend of ours. That was an affectionate old. That's how I was saying that. I was not, you got to do it fast. He got thick skin. So, all right. Thank you. All right, Corey, put that back on. Can you zip it back up so you can look cool again? And when I turn the camera on?
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Yeah, okay. Been a big help.
Yeah, we appreciate you. You're welcome. Karen Pino says, "We're glad to see you." And thank you to see you. Karen is a part of our production, the holidays Kwanzaa production, and she does so much behind the scenes. And we tell people things when we see them, and I really try to operate in truth. I don't lie like I used to. I can just be honest now. Now you can be in it because I said I don't lie like I used to. I used to make these words and stuff like that, but I don't have to anymore. I can just be a storyteller. But yeah, Karen has been amazing. So we're glad to see you too. I operate in truth, and I realize all you got to do is say what's really going on, or don't say anything at all. And so I've been trying to keep you all updated, the people that I could see, the people that I could text. So far things are we're getting along, and we're about to get off here pretty quickly. I just all the comments for everything that people are sending our way. Savvy African Entrepreneur and Investor says, happy all is well with Corey. She always sends so much love to us, and we really appreciate people like that. Even before Corey got sick, she was just a beautiful soul. So check out her channel. She has a video up. It's very short, and that way when you click all notifications, you can find out more. Kanique Mighty Nugent says, we'll keep you in prayer. Thank you so much, Kanique. I really enjoy you and Kirk. His channel, how it all works, has taught me so much about creating these videos and, making sure that we know how to use technical stuff. He's part of the reason that we're doing Vlogmas right now. Today is not a traditional Vlogmas. We had to, pause for vlogs because Corey's hospitalized. He's still here. And yeah, so thank you for your prayers. Fan Britt says, yes, I looked it up when you told me. Thanks for the info. So that Carius test, Karius, if you have a family member, guys, be their advocate. When people tell you something, look it up. That way you can speak on their behalf. Your family members, they don't have to be alone in these facilities. Y'all know we just turned the camera off so that we could keep talking to you while she came in to give Corey something. So, hey, Yaya Bay says, love you, brother.
Yaya Bay.
That's your boy right there.
You know what happened for real, Yaya Bay. I said Ethiopian air too many times. And then she soaked that belt and went to work.
Guys, Ethiopian Airways is one of the Ethiopian best airlines, and Yaya Bay and Corey want to get on there just for the lovely ladies, because of course everybody's Ethiopian. The flight attendants, the whole crew, the pilots and everything. But of course, if you're in the cabin, then you're going to see the attendants. That's all they want to do. And then Corey's gonna act like he need to check out the stewardesses, like, oh, I can't see. Where's your hand, honey? Put my hand on yours. No. Y'all not going on the airline. Justine says Corey is too much.
My wife is flying Delta. Me and Yaya Bay, we going Ethiopia Air.
Boom. Oh, Lisa Shepherd says Eric and I are sending healing prayers. Thank you so much, Lisa, because Eric and Lisa with the Africa Homecoming.
Check them out this Wednesday coming, because they'll be on the channel this Wednesday.
The plan is for Corey to be home. If not, we might be doing the live right here in this hospital. Yeah, so Eric and Lisa, they were on our live show just last week, I think it was, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
They help you to repatriate to Africa from a perspective of legacy. How can you do this not just for a month or a week or just for yourself, but for ongoing purposes? How can you create a sustainable situation? Go ahead, Corey.
They have coordinators on the ground that can help you out in Liberia, Gambia, Zambia, and Ghana.
Yes.
So they have people on the ground already that are there to help work with you and do things. And just like for those of you that know about Sister Ya and her Sankofa Center, they have people in place just like that kind of navigate the waters of repatriating, or just if you need just to know about business and how to establish business. They're on the ground. So they're a wonderful network of people, Eric and Lisa Shepherd, and it's a fascinating story about how we met. I won't go into that right now. But,
I think you told it on the live show. So
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So check out the last live show that we did. Was it last Thursday?
Yeah, it's Africa Homecoming is the name of the video. This is just a live
And
right now. We can't list it everything or type it out.
I got to throw shade, Lisa. I need you to give Eric a message. My team did, but his team couldn't.
Oh, y'all won.
I thought I was hallucinating then too. But then
Oh,
I
because
walked in.
one of the staff members here at the hospital, this is another reason why we're saying please be an advocate for your family members. Um, when when we took Corey down to the X-ray, I said, "Can I walk with him?" He said, "Well, you can't go into the X-ray, but you can go all the way to the door." So we went all the way to the door, and then the next lady that came out, she was going to take him in. I said, "Listen, he can't see, but that's not his problem. He can hear you, and his main issue is nauseousness. He's just so nauseous that any slight movement makes him feel like he's going to just hurl." And I say he doesn't have any other symptoms. He doesn't have any other diagnoses, and all of his scans and lab works and blood works are coming back negative for anything. So Corey, that's your phone ringing and it's talking, saying the number. You want me to get it so that you can check it, or you just want to let it go? Okay. So sorry guys, Corey can't see, he has talking devices. His phone talks so that he knows what number is calling him. So I heard the area code. I know it's a family member of yours because yeah, they've been calling, they've been checking. We appreciate that. So once we were down there in X-ray and I explained everything, and I explained to her that Corey's extreme nauseousness was the issue, and the lady there said, okay, uh, she asked me a few other questions, and then she said to the other staff members, she said, okay, so we're not going to get him off of this bed. We're going to do everything in this bed. We can just have him sit up or move this way or that way, which made a big difference because the nausea medications weren't working. The Phenergan wasn't touching it. The Valium would make him loopy, high, sleepy, but it wouldn't take away the nauseousness. It's like that's the medicine they used to give women for childbirth. So it just kind of makes you forget about things. But for him, this nauseousness was so extreme, it didn't make him forget about that. Charlotte Blake Austin says, can't keep a good man down. When I called her last week, she told me to tell you that also.
Thank you, Charlotte. But and yeah, you can't keep a good man down. The way I was feeling, I was like, yeah, I'm down. But like I said, the Puda, she's back to propping me up all the way. So yeah, like I said, they say behind every man, good man is a good woman. In front of, behind, on the side, on top. Well, that's going all the wrong way. But y'all get the point.
Right.
Yes.
Philip Waldo says Dark Shadow is all right. Because if you're laughing and talking, he knows you are okay.
What's up, Doc? When you duck?
And then David Hunt says, must watch YouTube. Love the show. Guys, he's talking about our live show Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. It's a 30-minute show, 11:15 to 11:45. And it's a live show. We have a lot of fun. We bring on guests. I'm going to answer the phone. So, guys, I'm going to pause it so that when I get out incoming. Okay, I think it's a big call, but here, take it. All right, I'm going to turn this on.
Hello.
And we are going to get back to the comments. So Corey, Yaya says,
I tried that, and
you were so nauseous that the black seed oil came.
Kind of right back up.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, once I get past, hello, once I get past this, oh, it's your brother.
Hang up.
I'll call you back.
What he called to talk about you. So, Yaya Bay, though, he says, love you, bro. Glad you're feeling better. David Hunt says the same thing. And Miss Blue Love says, greetings. Greetings to you, Miss Blue Love. So happy to have you here. Philip says, Corey's back. Miss Blue Love says she's very right about ginger. It works way better than ginger ale. Ginger actually works immediately. Absolutely. That was,
you know that, but when you're, I'm just gonna say, you're in a hospital setting that's corporate.
Here in the States, in a corporate situation.
Yeah, they're gonna do whatever they're trying to make sure they justify their food budget. And yeah, a lot of it is about not making sure you don't get outside interference and they're not knowing what it is. But once you tell somebody, I just want to have some raw ginger. It's raw ginger. I mean,
and they poured out all the tea I brought in that had ginger, lime, and rosemary. I told them what was in it, and I told them there's just a little bit of sugar.
but you want to give me a diet ginger ale that's got aspartame in it.
Yeah.
Or it's watermelon. I would say it.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is. Yep, they gave it to you. Cass 5819 says, "Hey family, hey there, good to see you. That's your yes, that's your cousin." And he said, "Yep, you're doing right. Always ask questions." So guys, the point of this video today is just to tell you, be an advocate for your family members. Corey is still in the hospital. He does not have nausea today. We don't know what happened, but he just turned around. So we're happy for that. We apologize for the camera work. Since I can't bring my bag in because they scared me bring Corey some tea or ginger or something, I just brought my arm. And y'all know I got muscles. So that's from all that music playing. Corey and I are musicians. Y'all know that. Some of you know that. Milton says hello from Milton and Sanal, sending healing energy, Corey.
Yo, Milton.
Milton is cool. Milton has a cool channel where he talks about business. He's a pianist. Yes, Milton is a musician as well. He got skills. And he's a pleasant guy. Him and his wife have been checking on us personally. They're YouTubers, so his wife is Sanal. That's her channel.
Everybody on YouTube ain't fake, y'all. We got some real people out
there. Yeah, I'm talking. We getting phone calls and text messages, and they're sending us screenshots of things to do and healing remedies. The one, and so. And I was, conversing back with her about golden milk. Like, yes, we know about this, this, and this, but actually we use it this way. So she uses it a different way. She has a video show to you later on that. So we appreciate you guys, the remedies that you've been sharing. We do believe in conventional medicine. We do believe in traditional medicine. We believe in whatever works, but we don't believe in an excess of what doesn't work. If there's an excess of something that has all these side effects, your head might roll off, your head might explode. We don't want it, or we'll take a little bit of it right before our head explodes. Then we want to give it up. So Fan Brit says taking notes is very important. Too much info from hour to hour and day to day. Absolutely. It changes and everything, and so things happen so quickly. You have to take notes. Alicia Sunny Phillips says, "I love y'all. Hugs. Thank you. Thank you." Fan Brit says, so happy to see you smile." Corey, go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, I said, again, whether you got somebody that's differently able, disabled like me, or you got an elder, especially, I really say this for the elders, because, when the elder goes into a hospital setting or setting, they a lot of times they immediately go into, well, it really doesn't have to be that. If somebody's, I just remember them basically telling my dad that, his life was over because he was on dialysis.
Right.
And, me being there, I said, look, I made my mom go out the room, and I said, look, I got you got 20 minutes by yourself. I said, so you need to get all your emotions out right now. And, I sat there with him and held his hand. He cried and everything. I said, now we got that straight. I said, you still here. You still gonna be here. I said, you got grandkids to see. That ain't even.
And he saw Bunny, definitely so.
And he passed away when she was about 8 months old. But he did get to see her. And then just finding ways to constantly encourage him to do, to get out of the house and to do things. And but having those questions answered, he would always say, well, can you go to the doctor with me? Or can you go to the doctor with me? She said, because,
somebody to advocate.
Because my mother sometimes she didn't have the time off she could take, or it was too much for her to be.
Or she just wasn't the right person because she gets frazzled.
That's all I say.
That's her husband. Right. That's her loved one. That's her. Yeah, that's her life.
It's like what do you mean they gonna do? It's like, no, just calm down. That's routine.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really helps because so like I said, if you have somebody that's disabled going to the hospital and they in a really bad way, like I was, stay there and don't let them talk you out of leaving. You got an elder that's going to the hospital that's in a really bad way, stay there and don't let them talk you out of it because and of course you're not gonna leave your children. You're not gonna leave babies, but sometimes we think, oh, man, Corey, a big old rested man, he can handle it. Now Corey can't comprehend what's going on because he hopped up on value.
Right.
And,
And we stopped that. That's another reason why once I realized that, well, the nausea medications aren't working, I told them, I said, we're not taking it anymore. Let's stop the Phenergan. That one, Corey said it would work, but not really. I said, well, let's just stop giving it then, because if the only symptom you have is nauseousness, and it's not relieved by anything, then let's pull these back one day at a time. So between Tuesday and today, which is Saturday, he's off of everything. He was heavily on them between Monday night at the urgent care, Tuesday, the first day here at the hospital, Wednesday at the hospital, Thursday, I think, was the last day, and we were finally down to Valium, or Phenergan. Reglan is not for nausea though. That's more like a GI thing. Yeah. So you see what I mean? So we still don't know if it's a GI thing because they've done CAT scans and ultrasounds and all of that. Corey, Phil Waldo wants to know, are you going to watch the game tomorrow?
what game?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, and just so that your cousin says, let me know if you want your uncle to send you some possum that will cure you quick.
Oh, y'all be, if I eat some possum, y'all be like, this song's dedicated to my homie. Cause I'll be out of here.
Oh my goodness. Sharon Davidson Cook says, hey, loves, hey. And then your cousin says, but on a serious note, take care. Ginger, black seed, and something else. Candy has everyone taking that. Helped a lot and with her friends. We take black seed on the regular as well. Black seed oil is the truth. Guys, if you don't know about it, look it up, find out about it. And that's a good question. When is his release date? That has been our Corey's phone is still talking because he can't see, his phone talks. So that's in the back. Divine love, peace. Thank you for that. Appreciate it so much. You too, Sharon Davidson Cook, praying for wisdom and revelation and a speedy recovery. We're looking for a revelation, trying to figure out what this is.
Yeah, they're supposed to do an upper GI series on me on Monday. And so the doctor said she was not weekend release. So right now, plan is to do the upper GI, but she said depending on how I hold up today and tomorrow, then she said they may find it unnecessary, and some important things happen that need to happen, and we just leave it at that. So that's a good sign that I might not have to have the upper GI series. Like I said, I also kind of want to err on the side of caution and just get checked while I'm here, especially since it's not as harsh of a procedure as it used to be. Because back in the day, when they did the scope down your throat, they would just spray the back of your throat and then tell you to like swallow like you would eating spaghetti.
Yeah. And nowadays you just stated, yes. So
I figure I might as well try to do that here and make sure nothing else is going on before I say, all right, peace, I'm out of here. So
yeah. Corey Prince Places says, just come to Ghana, eat some shito and wache. You'll be fine afterwards. So those are two Ghanaian dishes, guys. Look them up if you don't know about them. I know wache is beans and rice, very popular. I think it's black eyed peas too, but there's a certain way they cook it. It's not. I know everything sounds good. Why is Phil just calling your name? Oh, Prince Quasi is explaining it for those of you that might not know. Shito is Ghanaian hot pepper sauce. And Phil Walden says, hey, Corey, won't he do it? Your cousin is sending prayers. Anja Africa, she left. Oh, no, she's still in Ghana right now. She's in Kumasi right now. Blessings on your family. Speedy recovery, my brother. Thank you so much. Howard Henry, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Oh, so you guys know, if you're here and you need to know, what is that Carious test? That's the website right there. That's the website. So Philip Waldo says he's tuning in. Daniel Staten says, glad you're feeling better. Love you, cuz. And so, we just appreciate it. Everybody. And XDMC, people that have been thinking about you and asking about you. We've been updating him, Corey. He says, "You're in my daily mediations, brother. Anyone who can memorize Dolomite will agree. Definitely got this." So you want to hit him with some Dolomite before we go? Hey, my sister. I got a big family. I have 8 brothers and sisters, but I got 9 because Sharon is my sister. Hey, family. Thankful Corey is feeling better. HTTWFT.
That don't even sound right, but I know what you mean though. It still sounds weird. But yeah, XDMC man, me and you gotta talk too about some animation projects because I know one of the you the bomb animation expert. So I want to get with you on that. With some works that we've been doing. So thanks for checking in on me.
And his channel is Barnstorming Productions on YouTube. So if you want to see some of the animations that he's done, guys, if you have projects you need to do, go to Barnstorming Productions. You can also look at XDMC. He has several channels, but if you want to see his work, Barnstorming Productions. Just so that you know, Corey, we also have just giving out information on ginger, that it's a natural blood thinner too. She stands by its usefulness for anti-inflammation, nausea, pain, etc. If you can, tell your doctors before surgery if you ingest a large amount of ginger. Yeah, that's good tips for people that are, because so many people sometimes you know that you have to have a procedure, but you're not going to necessarily um, want to take this conventional medicine for everything. Prince Quasi says, so eating ginger snaps is not going to afford me the natural healings. Nah, bro.
that was good thinking too, because I was thinking like, oh, ginger snap, that might be good.
Right. And Justine is saying he keeps all this. That's what happens when you go home. He's in Ghana, living his best life. Oh, you know what? XDMC says when his brother was on chemo, the ginger made him very nauseous. He got him some natural peppermint sticks and teas. And, peppermint is another one. So thank you, XDMC, for that. Gail Robinson says, love your whole family. We'll be praying for you, Corey. Hugs. Hey, thank you so much, Gail. I hope Brianna is doing great. And XDMC says he's got you, brother. So we're gonna wrap this up, guys. We just wanted to come on here and let you know that Corey is doing better. This is the best he's done since we've been on this journey. It started last Saturday night. We're here this Saturday, and we appreciate you all just for listening in. We just want you to know to be an advocate for your family members, be an advocate in these healthcare situations, and know that you can be present. It's okay. You can be present. Ask questions, take notes, look things up when you hear something new.
Some folks say that Willie Green was the baddest dude the world ever seen. I want you to pour yourself a drink, get in your comfortable chair, and sit back tight, so I can tell you about this bad dude named Dolomite. The Dolomite was from San Antonio. Man, was a scrambling little dude since the day he was born. The day he was born, he slapped the doctor's face and said, "Look here, I run this place." At the age of 1, he was drinking whiskey and gin. By the time he turned 2, he was eating the bottles and the boxes that it came in. Now, Dolomite had an uncle named Son Death. He killed a dozen men just from the smell of his breath. When Unc heard how Dolomite was treating his parents, he said, I got to go get this little joker right. This little bad joker called Dolomite. So one cold, dark December night, Unc broke in on Dolomite and said, Dolomite, you better treat my brother right. Because if you keep on with your dirty mistreating, I'm going to whip your hind parts till your heart stop beating. Dolomite looked at his uncle and said, I ain't heard a word you say. I see your lips quivering, but I ain't heard a word you said. If you say 3 more, I'm going to rip off your good leg. Sudden death let out with a right that made lightning flash, but Dolomite tore his leg off anyway. He was that doggone fast. I ain't going no further because I ain't cleaned that one up all the way yet. That was from my man XDMC.
All right, you got your Dolomite in for the day. And guys, we appreciate you for being here. We appreciate all the prayers and love that you've sent our way. We're still not done with this, but we're getting out of here. We know that we're getting out of here, even if we have to leave on our own and without all the answers. We're getting out of here.
So y'all get a post to say Go down, Moses, way in Egypt, man. That means we on the Underground Railroad. We're gonna need some of y'all to come help out.
All right. Shout out to my mama. She has my kids, the best mom in the world. Shout out to my sister Sean. She was in town when all of this started, and she was like, okay, we've been using family, friends for whatever they've offered us. So we love you all. We thank you.
Thank y'all very much. Like I said, just words of encouragement. It's been a big help, big lesson. So we appreciate everything.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we are done. Thank you. And you guys, just to let you know, Corey XDMC was over there clapping and laughing. Yes, you the man, Corey. Jackie C is clapping. Prince Quasi is laughing at you. Justine is saying thank you. Yaya Basis, we love you, Queen. Queen. Hey, got my own shout out. Hey, go on, girl. Guys, I've been great. I know I said I was finished, but I'm going to finish with this. I always tell people that, I tried to be a very good nurse. I did a lot of private duty, and I tried to be a very good nurse to the clients that I had, the patients that I had, because, they need you. They need you. Whoever you're taking care of, they need you. And while we were here in the hospital, Corey said, is this what you were doing with all of your patients, or you just taking this good care of me? And I was like, no, this is standard for me. you know, this is how I roll. So, guys, if you have family members, advocate for them, be there for them, do whatever you can for them. Corey, you can vouch unless you feel like, unless you don't remember saying that and you feel
I remember saying
otherwise.
that.
Oh, you remember.
Tell you
Thank you, Justine, and thank you, David.
This sister, I was like, well, if she took care of her patients like this, then they would spoil rotten. Because, like I said, whatever I asked, and whatever she could think of, the kind of basically trying to get me to think mind of a matter as far as the nausea was concerned, it did help, because I would just try to push myself through it until I just couldn't anymore. And then, like, whatever I asked her to do, she did it. And no matter how ridiculous it sounded, I thought she was going to lose it. I said, I'm going to take a hot shower. And I thought she was like, what you need a shower for? And she was like, all right, you need a hot shower it is. Let's go. Let's get out.
Somebody's knocking on the door. All right, I think we gotta go, guys. No, you're fine. We're wrapping it up with family. So, you guys, we love you, and we'll talk to you guys next time, later on, all of those good things. So, yeah, how you want to end it, Corey?
I ended by saying deuces.
Deuces. Wait, my fingers on the screen. Deuces.
Deuces.
Great. Look at my fingers. This is drummed fingers. When you play music, let me get those fingers out.